Hello everyone. For my cyberbullying presentation, I've decided to include a bunch of different things that my school does to help students be aware of their cyberbullying and things that happen online. So for my first slide, what my school does to prevent cyberbullying is they use a tool called Hapara to monitor student usage. So the teacher has access to going onto each student's device, and they're able to check and see what websites they're on at that current time and what tabs they have open. So if there's a cyberbullying issue going on with students in the classroom, that we're able to manage that and to exit them out of their tabs or to send them a message to stop doing what they're doing, which gives the teacher a little bit of an idea kind of what's going on, and also a place to look if there's something that has been happening that we can go back and we can check and see if there's anything that we can monitor. The next thing that we do at school is during our Chromebook deployment at the beginning of the school year, the technology teacher and all of the teachers sit in a meeting with all of the kids once they get their Chromebooks. And so that meeting is where we talk about guidelines of Chromebooks and cyberbullying, and Chromebook etiquette is one of the main things that we talk about. And so students fill out forms with their parents, and they have to send those forms into school before their Chromebooks can actually be taken home. So it really just goes over what things are appropriate and necessary on Chromebooks and what things are not supposed to be happening as far as those expectations. We also have a tool in our district where administrators and the technology teachers are able to get a red flag when keywords or phrases or searches are put into the Chromebooks. So if a student gets a message from someone, it will pop up if there's an inappropriate word or a certain type of thing that would need to get the attention of an adult. So that's actually something that has happened with my students last year. And we had to go through a whole series of things where the Chromebooks had to be taken away and we had to investigate what was happening so we could make sure everybody in the classroom was safe. As I said earlier, the kids have to sit through some presentations during the school year. So the one I was talking about in the previous slide was saying during deployment when they get their Chromebooks. During 1 week of school, the students are going to a special, so it's usually during their library session, and they sit in with the specials teachers and they learn about how to be safe on the internet, not to talk to strangers, to stay off of websites that they shouldn't be on. So just using their Chromebooks as a learning tool. So it's really just the awareness for the kids to make sure that they understand what they should be doing on their Chromebooks and that they're only learning tools. And then for some improvements, updating teachers on daily searches on Chromebooks I think would be really important. So we have Hapara, but I also think that if we were able to see what the students were actually doing on the Chromebooks when they're at home, maybe even giving us like a breakdown of what things the students have been on would be helpful. Because as much as we tell the students that it's only a learning tool at home, we know that there are things that students are going on, games and other things that really aren't meant to be used with the Chromebooks. So just giving us a little bit of an idea about what they're doing on a daily basis. And I also think that, I'm in an elementary school and we are so focused on social emotional learning, which is great. But I think it would be good if we can tie some of those social emotional learning lessons into our curriculum, which are more talking about the cyberbullying issues, so that students can have more of that social emotional connection with the cyberbullying. And I think that would be helpful, especially after listening to our story that we had to read for our assignment this week. So, as you know, I would like to hopefully see some more improvements on cyberbullying so we can make sure our students are safe, and make sure that as technology is becoming more used in schools that we can monitor it and make sure students are being safe.